everyone, this is Cinema.
And this is Johannes.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And today we are finally continuing the Every Game in the Collection series of videos.
Yes, it's gonna be fun. It's been a
Hopefully.
long time.
It has, yeah, it's been a while because we have done a lot of live streams and that's the reason basically.
Yeah.
But now we're back to doing this. This is coming today because you are watching it. So if it weren't coming today, then you wouldn't be watching it. So it's not coming today as the day we're filming, but the day that you are watching it. So when you're watching it, it's not saying today.
Logic.
It is the day that you are watching it. So if you're watching it another day, that the day that it actually arrived, then it will not be coming today because it would have been released the day it was released.
Yes.
Which is the day I am referring to when I'm saying it's coming today.
Yeah, I trust your IQ that they can figure this out.
I can understand how that works. So yeah, the first video in this series was really popular and we have many more to come because we have too many games.
Yeah, so today we're going downstairs.
Yeah, we're not actually going downstairs because we are in the living room still.
Yes.
We're not like,
but
bye.
you are like kind of coming with us downstairs.
See. So when we went down, we were like, yeah, we're going to do this shelf in a video. And I counted the games, and there were like 100 games in that small shelf. I was like, yeah, we're not doing that in one video. That's going to be two. So today, what are we doing today?
We're going through some many tiny, small little games, as you like to call
games,
them.
I like to say, which is a truth with modifications because we are starting with some bigger titles,
yeah, that's actually true.
Bigger titles, bigger games, which are at the top of the shelf, and we have 3 small shelves with small games.
Tiny games.
Tiny games. So tiny tiles is not there because the game is too big.
Yes.
So let's just get into it. So we're just gonna do the thing we did last time, just like small little descriptions and why the game is in the collection or why I'm forgetting why it's in the collection.
Yeah.
So let's start.
Yes.
First off, we have a game called A Tale of Pirates.
That was really fun when we played it. We haven't played it in a while.
I would like to play it again. It came out at Essen in 2017. Was it the first year you were there or was it 18?
I don't remember. I think it's 2018. Because I don't remember picking it up.
Okay, so that doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't really say anything about the game, but the
it's super important.
We need to know that, so stop everything you do. Go to Board Game Geek and let us know in the comments because but it won't help us now, but gets more comments.
Yay.
So yeah, Tale of Pirates is a real-time co-op game, a campaign game. So it came out the same year as Kitchen Rush.
Yeah.
Which was like this year of the sand timer, basically. Because 2 games used it, so it's not the year of the
but it feels kind of similar.
Yes.
You have to it's super clever. So you choose like an action space on what you want to do on your pirate ship. And it can be like steering around to change direction or deciding a different pace you want to, speed of the boat, or firing cannons and stuff. So when you put your sand timer is your worker. So when you put it there, then you have to stay there until the sand timer is done, and then you can choose another action. And that is kind of the same that you do in Kitchen Rush as well.
Yeah, kind of opposite. I don't remember exactly how they work, but both great games. Of course, the problem with them, for many people, was that the sand timers wasn't really working well. It wasn't good. I think both of those 2 games. We're going to Kitchen Rush. I think we still have Kitchen Rush. I don't remember.
Yeah, we have it.
We will find out when we do this series of games. We will find out what games we own.
Oh, we have that. We have that.
So yeah, if we are going to talk that long about every game in this video, this is going to be a 2-hour video.
Move on.
Because we have like 50-60 games to go through in this video, but most of them are small. So we were thinking, we're probably going to say small things about small games.
Yeah.
But we'll see. And you will see how long this video is going to be.
Yeah, nobody knows. So
we don't know either because we are filming it right now and not when you're watching it. But so when I'm saying now, I'm feeling when
this
I'm
is
now.
Gonna take a while. I'm just moving along. Rising Sun is next up.
Yeah, actually the expansion of Rising Sun we have up there, and then we have Rising Sun.
Yeah, I'm just doing them both.
Oh yeah.
I'm not talking about the expansion
no, that wouldn't
and
make
then the
sense.
game.
No, but this is a game that I got where you lived somewhere else because you did that for the last 4 years. So when I got this, I played it quite a bit, and I knew that it wouldn't be like a super fantastic game for you. So I was happy to be able to play it. We played it 7, 8, 9 times. I really enjoyed it. And did you like it at all?
I like it, but I didn't really love Blood Rage. But after I played this, I just like, oh, I want to play Blood Rage because that is better, in my opinion.
The third one is coming to Kickstarter in April.
The third.
In like the trilogy, which is it's supposed to be
It's
a
a
trilogy.
thing now?
So Blood Rage was Norse.
Yeah.
And the Rising Sun is like a Japanese, and then the next one is an Egypt-themed game.
Yeah, cool.
So it might be like with Egyptian gods and things, which are really, really cool mythology.
Cool.
So I'm looking forward to that. We will probably back it. I think it's coming. It is coming now because I heard people debating like if they wanted to back Frosthaven or backing this one. So I'm.
Oh, that is cool. But I mean, it's a solid game. It's just like, I don't love it.
And you know we are gonna back the next one for all in pledge, right?
Yeah.
Even though we have no money. So if you want us to get that game, then you can go to patreon.com. Actually, it helps us a lot if you want to support us because I have no income right now because in Norway today, everything is cancelled for a couple of months more, which is amazing. So every like cultural event, I'm a magician if you don't know. So everything is cancelled for the next 2 months. So if you like what we do,
good for
you can support us. But if you don't like what we do and still want to subscribe, do that because that's free and it makes us happy. So even though you don't like our videos, please subscribe to them and just. And
so you can get videos you don't like.
Then
the logic,
don't watch us,
you figure it out.
It makes us happy.
Yes. Next game.
Next game. What is next game?
Atlantis, something.
It's kind of like Escape from Atlantis, it was called, but I think it's only called Atlantis now.
Yeah,
this
is a fun game.
I've only played it once, I think.
I've played it once, twice, I think. You have these meeples with numbers on them, and you have to like strategically place them around the island, and like the other players decide kind of. I'm done explaining the game. It's fun.
There's sharks. There's
so you
different
want to like
things that will kill your meeples, basically.
You want to have your meeples save off the island and kill all the others, and you want to like trick the others of what the value you have under your own meeple. So you have like the most valuable of the island. That is not very cozy when I'm thinking about it. And you're putting numbers on people and you want to save the most valuable ones.
Yeah, but it's an old game. I think this is the 25th anniversary edition that Stronghold did, 20 or 25th, so it's an older game. But I think it still holds up. It's not very strategic. It's a bit like puzzly, but you cannot look at your meeples yourself, so to remember where everything is. And it is kind of like a crazy, just wonky game. Like it's a more of a crazy fun experience than a deep gaming thing. But
I would say it is a family game, but this can get mean. I imagine kids crying over this game, you know.
So next up we have Ground Floor.
Yeah, I don't know anything.
You haven't played this?
No, I haven't.
So I'm still keeping it. It's a Spielworks game, so they only make 1,000 copies of their games. So I'm a bit like hesitant to sell them or get rid of them when I first got one, because most of the Spielworks games are really good. And this one I played twice. I only played it 2 players. I might have played it 3 player once, but 2 players wasn't as so good as I wanted to. So basically what you are doing in this game is that you are a manager for a company. You're trying to run that company from the ground floor on up, which why then the game is called Ground Floor. And you build your company office, you build new floors to the office, you try to get money to be the best company, basically. And the reason it's still there is that I want to play it again. I wanted to play it with you, and I want to play it with more players, because I have played it with 2, maybe 3, and there are some mechanisms there that are easy to see that are better with more players. I would like to play it with 3 or 4.
How many can you play with?
4 or 5, I don't remember.
Okay, cool.
But it is like a medium plus Euro game.
Yeah.
So it was a good game, but there was some things that felt too powerful, basically. But it is a second edition of a game, so I think I should give it another go. That's basically why it's still there.
Intriguing. So we should actually put this on the Self of Shame so we can play it.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's move it up here.
Yeah.
So next up we have
Dungeon Fighter.
Dungeon Fighter!
It's a super fun dexterity, like you're throwing your dice at a, target.
Yes.
And you want to first off you want to hit the target.
Yeah, not the chain of stores called Target in the US, but actually like a Target.
Again, you're really underestimating them. So
this is my running joke for the next 16 videos.
You actually want to hit the target. I'm terrible at this game.
It's so much fun to play this with you.
Yeah, but you get it's like if you get in the middle, you get more points. or
don't
hit
get
points.
points, you
You're
kill
trying to
people.
kill enemies, and some of the enemies have like special rules.
All of them.
So you have to like throw under and use your left arm and do it blindfolded and just use your elbow, and it's horrible. And you can get items, and you have like this character that is like very trying to be a hero, but it's kind of funny, and
It's a funny game.
it's just wonky.
This is actually like
It's so hard.
This has the comedy of the first 2 times you play Munchkin, but it's actually good.
Yeah.
More than like for 5 seconds looking across like, haha, this is a fun joke.
This is we've laughed so hard.
And we have had some amazing moments. Like we had one moment where we were at the boss. Like you're doing a dungeon crawl. You choose which rooms you want to go to. You pick up loot. You buy items. There's just so much cool stuff going on here. It's a most unique, fun dungeon crawling game I've ever played. But we had one time when we went to the boss, and the only way we could win him was to do with an item to throw a bullseye basically, and that happened. It was crazy.
It was crazy.
It was an amazingly fun thing. So next up we have something that isn't really part of the game collection.
No.
But it's Zelda Monopoly.
Yeah.
Which is never opened, as you can see, and it is actually more part of the Zelda collection than the game, like the board game collection, because we also collect, or I have collected quite a few video games, and you like Zelda quite a bit, and I'm a huge fan of Nintendo, so I have a pretty big Nintendo collection. We are going to make the room that you see these shelves in, which is going to be like a mix of the board game collection room and a video game museum, kind of playable museum, which is the plan.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to that.
That would be really fun to be able.
If we get to do it, it's gonna be awesome.
If we get to do it, because it is like a room we never go into, other than sometimes find the board game. So it is not a game. It's not a room that we go into a lot because it isn't done. So it's just if the door is not open, we don't see all the clutter that's in there.
Yeah.
So the last game on this shelf is
Legendary
Marvel
deck building game. Yeah. So we played this a lot.
Yes.
This was in my list of best 2-player games.
Oh yeah,
that are for more players. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because when we played it, we had tons of fun with it. We just played it like a lot.
We did, yes. It's like one of those games that I don't think I would miss if it wasn't there. But it's kind of like a nostalgic thing as well.
Yes,
and
I feel the same way.
As you will see more, because the first shelf we did was the shelf of shame. But as you will see, the more we go into this, like especially me more than you, like I am a collector. I enjoy having a collection. And I always did that. Like board games take more room. Like so now we have like 600, 700 board games. That takes more space than the collection I had of like 1,000 video games. I still have that collection, but it's just in boxes.
In boxes.
But yeah, so it takes more space. So that's like it's harder to have 2,000 board games than it is to have 2,000 video games. But I enjoy having the collection. But we also trying to make the collection like of games that we either want to play or want to have the illusion of being able to play it again, because we know we probably won't ever be able to. But I want that every single game in the collection. Like I want every game that I feel like, oh, I want to play that, and I want to have it. I don't want to have sold it, basically. So when we sell games, we try to make it like a positive thing, like to not. If one of us are unsure, we don't sell it, basically. As long as we have room. If we go out of room, then we have to be harsher. But for now, we have room for the collection.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So that is the first shelf. Let's go to some smaller games.
So next up we have Timeline. I really don't know why we own this game.
We actually have 2 versions of it.
Yeah, it's like a fun educational. We have to like guess where in the timeline thing happened. Could be fun to play with your nephew.
Yeah, and a few of these like smaller games, they would probably not be able to sell them. So it would be like giving it away if if someone's like, oh, we love history and we would love this, I would say, oh, you can have it. But other than that, I think it's a fun little thing, and I agree. Play with my nephew would be fun.
Yeah.
Then we have One Night Ultimate Werewolf, which you like because you have it on your top 50.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, but
and it's also like my #1 party game. This is so fun. You have to play with the right people though, but if you haven't heard of it, check it out. It's like werewolf only fun.
I think people have heard of it.
Yeah, I think so.
If they are interested in board game enough to watch this video, they would probably have heard of this game.
I think
If people on this are like, I've never heard about this, I will be super surprised.
I think our copies smell of beer at the moment, but I think it's fine. Yeah, I think I haven't told you that. But
I don't care.
It's staying in the collection.
It's more your game than mine, basically, because I don't care about this game. It's a fun one, but I would never suggest playing it.
Yeah.
But I will play it with you when you want.
Thank you.
So let's play it 2-player.
That sounds horrible.
Are you the werewolf? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Next up, we have Tides of Time.
Yeah.
Have you played this more than the one time and I got angry because I lost?
I think I've only played it at one time. You got so angry. Yeah,
I have played it afterwards. It's a very interesting, it's a kind of like a meme game, but it's a very interesting 2-player drafting game. 2-player drafting games usually don't work, but this one is really interesting. I played it a few times without you, which was more fun because you didn't win, because you are really good at this kind of games, but it's a fun game.
Yeah, I agree.
Anything you want to
add? I just like the concept of time in this game. I can't explain it. Check it out. Yeah.
You like the concept of time
in this game.
In this game, so you mean like that you play around, so you get to keep like a card between turns, basically. Yeah. So next up we have Choose Your Own Adventure, House of Danger.
Yeah, we played some of it, not all of it. I don't have this urge to play it more.
No, I don't know why we have it.
No. Yeah.
It was okay. It was like it's basically based on the same book, and it's which we didn't have here in Norway, but it's like a choose your own adventure book basically that is made into a board game. So it's like a couple of mechanisms, but mostly, do you want to go here or there? Choose one, and something happens.
I think it's a fun concept. It wasn't anything yet in the game. Just was like, we have to figure this out. Maybe we haven't played enough of it.
Yeah.
Not Alone is the next game on the shelf. This is a great game. Like it's also, the alien,
and it's also opposite of what most people are right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Sad face.
Yeah. Not Alone. One is the alien, and X amount of others is
the other players. Basically. Yeah.
It's the humans.
Depending on how many players you are.
I don't remember
X
the
amount
player
of. So if you choose 3 is X, then 2 other players, because you're 6 players, they can't play.
I didn't remember the player count
it's
here.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is really fun. So it's a card game and some social deduction and some hidden movement stuff. It's super clever. I really like it. It's so tension when you play this game.
So the alien is basically trying to hunt the other players and trying to guess where they are going. So you kind of have to outmaneuver the alien, trying to not go to the same place as him. And if 2 players go to the same place, something happens as well. Like they don't get to do the action, or just get to do it once or something. So it's a very interesting game. I enjoy this. And
works with 2 as well.
Does it?
Yeah, I played it with 2. It was fun.
You?
Yeah.
With me?
I think so.
Okay.
Or with Aurora.
I think it's gonna be obviously better with a lot more players, but like
I remember it was good with 2 as well.
Okay, I can't say that, but it's I trust you.
It's a good game.
So next up is Octo Dice, which is basically kind of one of the first, like not one of the first, but it was way before the huge roll and write. Like now everything is roll and write. There's like 50 new roll and write games coming every single day, but this one was kind of first in line. One of the first ones. It's basically the same theme as Stefan Feld's Aquasphere, and you are trying to roll dice and get points.
Yeah, I don't care for this game.
You don't?
I don't know how.
You don't like it?
Yeah, it's another game. There's so many games. I would never suggest to play this. I don't know why it's on the shelf.
Probably because it's a smaller.
Time.
Probably because it's a smaller title than it's. Yeah. We couldn't sell it, so yeah. Next up is
Shelf of Shame material.
Yes.
Sure.
Next up is Neanderthal.
Yeah.
From Phil Ekman. This is one of those games that is a super small box, and you open it and you see that super small box means that the rulebook is made with super small text, and it's 16,000 pages, and it's almost impossible to
It's
play.
like a manual for your new refrigerator.
Yeah, we haven't actually read the rulebook for these two, but the rulebook for BIOS something that we have read, look at over at his friend place, was like, he looked at it and was like, nope, never gonna play this. But we heard these games are pretty interesting. There's like simulation games basically, so they need to be moved up to the shelf of shame.
Yes.
So the first one is Neanderthal, and then we actually talked about the other one as well, which is Greenland.
Yes.
Heard both of those are really cool, interesting concepts. I would love to play them sometime. I don't know when, I don't know why, but I would like to play them if I can, and in sometime get through the rulebooks. So those are probably those are the heaviest games on this shelf, basically.
Yeah, I think so.
And some of the smallest.
Yeah. Pina Pirata.
Which is not a heavy game.
This is like Uno with animals. So some cards have 2 animals on them and some have 1. And in each turn you draw like a new rule. So in the first game you play, then you have just 1 rule, and it can be like now monkeys are wilds, for example, or if you have
monkeys are wild.
Or if you end your turn with a walrus on your hand, you can switch it up for another card, or a new win condition, for example. Really cool, like family style game. If you're a little tired of Uno, you can play this. I've had great success with it with non-gamers, so that's cool. It's a neat little game.
I like it. I think it should still be on the shelf.
Yeah, I agree.
Next we have Bang! The dice game.
This is a classic. I didn't care much for the card version. I've only seen it played.
Have you played the card version?
I've only seen it. I didn't want to come because it looks so crappy. Sorry.
I've also seen it. The dice version looks like the fun version.
Yeah, it looks so much funner, and with the expansion, with like these new personal abilities and the like bold die and coward die, it's super cool.
It's one of the games that we always brought when we were doing, like been a while since we played it, but we always brought it to play with non-gamers basically.
Yeah, family and stuff.
Yeah, this is another game which I don't know where it is, but we'll see if we find it.
Yeah.
Next up we have Senators, which is a really cool game with Suno's favorite mechanism, which is auctions.
Yeah. Senators, I've only played it once. I think you have 2.
No, I played it quite a few times.
You played it more, okay. I thought it was really interesting. The mechanics were unique, really cool, but this is a hard game. This is like not my type of game at all. I feel like I do so horrible at these kind of games.
But it's a very interesting game where you get commodities, but when you get them, you put them in front of you, and other people can then buy them from you. But if you manage to get them into your hand, you can then score them, and it's very, very interesting. It has some really nice, like have a lot of different like a lot of different auctions. I really like this one.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be in the collection, stay here.
Yes.
So I don't know. Yeah, we're not gonna do a culling. Like this is not going through the list and like we start like a two last game. Like this is staying in the collection.
This is staying. This is
going.
We
are doing the other video, which is called Leaving the Shelf, which we're gonna do probably in
later.
May.
We have to have some more games on that shelf.
Yeah, because there hasn't been a lot of games coming in, so not a lot of games.
So
coming
Senators not on that shelf. So next game up is That's a Question. This is a game from Vlada Chivadl. This is a party style game. Getting to know each other better. No, I would play it with people I know already. That's the most fun. So you ask another player a question with one of your cards, and then you also play 2 cards that he chooses from, and then all the other players have to like guess which one the player who is asked it will answer, and you get points for that and move up this little ladder thing and win.
It's an okay game. Another one that I wouldn't miss.
Yeah, this could be removed.
Yeah, but that's not what we're talking about here. So next up, we have...
I kind of forgot already.
Next up, because now it's going to be like, oh, which of these games are we getting rid of?
Stay or should I go? Yeah.
Yeah, should I stay or should I go?
Yeah.
If I tell you you're mine, will you stay out of time?
Starving Artist is also a game.
I'm just saying things now. I don't know the lyrics.
I don't remember this game. Could you talk about it?
This is the game where you are a starving artist, like I am now.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm not starving
You're not
because
starving.
I'm fat, but yeah, you are. Yeah, but it's the truth. But yeah, I'm not starving, but I am an artist and I don't have money. But in this game, it's the cube painting game.
Oh,
so
yeah,
you,
that was fun.
You try to get money, and when you get the money, you're like, do I want to buy food or do I want to buy more paint? It's kind of like the way I have it with board games, and buy more paint, and then you can paint things and sell it for more money.
So he obviously chooses food.
It's an interesting game that I would like to play again. We only played it once, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I agree. So, Cat Lady.
Cat Lady.
I think I'm the reason this is still in the collection.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
I think it was fun.
I think it's good.
If I'm getting rid of it, I'm giving it to a friend who also liked it. It's a cute theme and it's like super simple and just cozy.
But it has this really cool open drafting system that works really well. And you're trying to draft the right toys for the cats and food and everything. It's a good game, actually. It's a very good game, but it's not one game that I would suggest to play often.
Yeah.
Next up, we just have on the end of that shelf, or that row on the shelf, we had just a couple of small expansions for Small World, which is still a fun game. And the expansions doesn't fit in the box, which is, of course, a problem.
Yep.
But I especially like the event deck.
Yeah.
Makes the game, like when we play this quite a bit, I love this because it added to the game and it changed up how the game felt.
Yeah,
so I like that one.
Yes, I agree.
Next up on this is like a big shelf of small games. Next up we have No Thanks.
Yeah, No Thanks. It's a clever game, super simple but a little thinky. I would never play it again. I don't know.
Yeah. I like it quite a bit. It's a fun one.
You like it better than me.
Even though we also played it wrong. Like I remember when Tom Wassel found out he played this wrong, he was like, never playing this again. In that you are taking out some of the cards, so you don't have perfect information about what cards are in the deck. Which makes it, I guess, more of a game, but still very much frustrating.
Yeah, very frustrating.
And then we have 3 games from our favorite escape room series.
So I don't know why we own these still. We made an escape room and we made an escape box. So this is like the horror example of how to not do it. You know, we
don't like these. I don't know why they're there. We could probably just give them away.
Because they're replayable. That is the only positive thing I have to say about these games.
It's the fact that we're still buying them, so I like having the collection of them, but I don't really know why, because we're never going to play them.
We should give them away.
And
share the horror.
But Unlock, I would like to keep, like for example, because it's a better one and I can trade it away or lend it to people, which is what it's called.
If you look for escape room games, don't buy Dexcape.
But I don't because Richard Hambrado, this is his favorite. It was like I remember like a couple of years ago, like this was his favorite series. So
maybe that
people are different, but for us the puzzles doesn't make sense. Like one of them, the only way to complete one of them is to break one of the rules that are in the game, which is really frustrating.
Yeah.
And we spent so much time, and then I just started doing
half
things.
An hour just
I started doing things like, okay, so I had to break the rule that you tell me that is the most important rule in the game.
Cool.
Great design.
Great. Yeah, so High Society is the next one.
An amazing auction game. And you like this?
Yeah, I like this. This is interesting. It's kind of like QE something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have only played this twice or thrice, and when I say that, I mean in a go, because it's a fast. You just like play another round.
High Society is a great game, like where you try to earn the most points from the things you buy, but you don't want to be a player who spend the most money, because then you will be out of the game and you will lose. So it's really, really interesting. Next we have the Mind. So cool. I had an amazing first experience with the Mind. The first time I played this was great. I didn't play it with you. That's not the reason why it was great. But I played it with Martin and Paul, which are 2 friends, and we were so good. Like we were so in sync. We were so in sync. We almost played through the whole thing. It was so nail biting. It was so nerve wracking. It was an amazing experience. And every time I tried to play it after that, it has just not been good.
Yeah.
Is
it the first impression that you can never top the first game?
Might be, but it's more for me. It's more of like this was interesting. This was fun. This is a nice thing, and then it's nothing really more there.
Yeah, I wouldn't miss it if it was gone.
Nope. Next we have Rebel Knox.
This is an interesting card
Very
trick-taking game.
Strange tricking game made by some friends of ours.
Yeah.
We actually know all the designers now, which isn't so hard because they all live in like an hour from us. So it was like, yeah, we know all of these designers.
We stalked them. We hid behind like.
Yeah, we just follow them home,
garage,
and now they live
bushes.
in our cellar. They don't because we don't have a cellar that I know of.
That is true.
But Rebel Knox is a really interesting trick-taking game, and one that I would like to play again sometime. It's different. It is.
It's really unique.
It is.
Yeah.
Next up is Hanabi, one of the classics.
Yeah, this is fun.
Two-second review.
Hard.
This is fun.
It's so hard not to look at your cards, and when you draw a new card, then you're just like, oh, dang it, shuffle it back. So you have a hand of cards, but you only see, you have them turned the wrong way, so you don't see your own, but you see each other's, and you have to give each other clues of which card they're allowed to play, so that you can play the right cards in the right order to make fireworks.
So what I really love about this, because when this came out, it was really innovative.
Yes.
It was really like, and I love that thing of what must have happened in the designer's head. Like, what happens if you take a card game and you turn the cards around?
Yeah.
And that is basically, it must be where it comes from, and that's really, it's interesting to see how you can take something that's so etched into people and then just turn it upside down and see what happens.
Yeah, it's super clever.
Like, what if you do a worker placement game, but you remove workers? Or like in Raiders of the North Sea, where you swap two workers, you take one worker back and you place a worker. And you get to do the action on the one you take back and the one you place. So it's a really, it's interesting to see designers coming up with these kind of, how do we take this mechanism that people like, or just, like, this isn't even a mechanism, it's holding cards in your hand.
Yeah.
Like a thing you do and then turning it around. Like,
now.
for example, also in Bonanza, like the thing where you cannot move around the cards in your hand.
Yeah.
So it's like when you basically have like a row of cards, like a queue of cards. And I love these kind of things when designers take these really well-known things and then turn it on their head. And that is something I would like to see more of.
Super clever, yeah.
And it's an interesting way to look at design also. It's an interesting way to see if you can do something unique, something new. Probably it will be horrible most of the time, but then when you do something like turn the cards around and be like, oh, this works really well. And I like that.
Yeah.
And then we have the game.
Yeah, isn't this like you have a hand of cards and it's two piles on the table, and you one pile goes from low to high and the other from high to low, and you have to place something all the time.
Yes.
But you don't want to block others, so you want to have get hopefully all the cards out there. Yeah. That is the game.
So do you like it?
Yeah.
I think this is one of those, again, interesting concepts. I think the mind works better here because this has that flaw which one of these games have, like you can't communicate but you can.
Yeah.
Like the rules are flimsy on the communication rules, so that you end up being like, oh yeah, I want to play, like the rules say, like you can say like, oh, I really like this card, or I really like this pile. So you can basically say, I want to play here.
Yeah.
And if you say like, I really want to play here, it means like you probably have a card that's really close to it. It's like I want to play there. So it's kind of like you make your own coding for just communicating, so you could basically almost just communicate. And that is kind of the flaw of it, but I still think it's an interesting one. So that's that.
Yeah.
Next is Tybor the Buildmaster. Tybor the Builder. I don't know. I just
Tybor the Buildmaster.
I don't know what happened there. I went into a trance or something. So Tybor the Builder is a game from Alexander Pfister. We have just played it once at the airport in Essen in 2017. I don't remember anything about it.
Yeah, Shelf of Shame material. This one.
Yeah, so we need to play it again.
Yeah.
That's it. Review. Don't know what it's about.
Red 7. It's a really fun game.
I know what this is about.
I want to play it again.
This game is almost used up.
You can see it is like, what do you call it?
Sticky.
Worn.
Not sticky. Worn, yeah.
Worn.
I don't know why it was sticky. like we played it in sauce. Like we played a game in salsa.
And we forgot to clean it up, so now it's just sticky in the top. Yeah. This is fun. So you wanna play cards, and the cards make new rules. So you can either play like follower rule or play a new rule card, and then you want to... Do you want to get rid of all the cards?
Yeah, you have to be like... So after your turn is done, you have to be the best at the rule that's played.
Yeah.
Or else you're out of the game. So you won't stay in the game the longest.
Yeah. It's really cool. It is. It's a clever game.
It is absolutely an amazing game. Next up we have Jungle Race. We have never played it. It is like a family-style racing game. Betting, I think there's some betting in it. But the fun thing is that it's made by Simone Luciani.
Oh, then we have to play it.
We should try it out. It's a small little game that I haven't played, so it should be in the Shelf of Shame.
Yes.
Next is Dice Star.
Dice Stars?
Dice Stars.
Dice.
I think it's Dice Stars.
Yeah, I think so.
It's a game. It's another one of the earlier roll and writes. It's not really special. It's okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
I don't know why it's there.
Avenue is also one of, like, I would say, one of the first draw.
Yeah, it was kind of one of the first flip and writes, I think. Probably people are gonna be like, no, it's not. But the first one we played was kind of that. So I like this a lot.
Flips cards over instead of rolling dice, and you all have to like draw.
Kind of bingo, basically.
Yeah, draw roads between these grapes and cities, and the order of the roads are random, and the order of the cities that you have to visit is also random. It could be really harsh, like really unforgiving, and that is my main problem with this game with new players. Mostly I like it the best and I'm winning, and the others don't have as much fun.
16 points.
Yeah, because when you draw on a road, it's there, and if you built it wrong, then
good for you.
Sad for you. So that's it's super fun, but with new players, it's the most fun for me.
Next up is Pot the Win.
Yeah.
Pot the Win. Pot the Win. I don't know how it's pronounced.
Something win.
It's a trick-taking game. I don't really remember like what is the special thing about this trick-taking game.
No.
But it is a trick-taking game, and I would like to play it again before we sell it.
I remember I liked it.
Yes.
I remember anything more.
And then we have Fox in the Forest, which is another trick-taking game for 2 players.
This I actually remember. I really like how they've done it, so it really works perfectly with 2 players. So if you're looking for a 2-player trick-taking game, this is the way to go.
Yeah, I've heard good things about others as well, but this is actually a pretty nice way of doing it. It's kind of like a bidding thing. So bid like how many... No, it's not a bidding thing, but you try to get a lot of tricks, but not too many, because then the other players will get the points.
Yep. So next up is Love Letter. This is the classic that you probably heard of. I love the art style we have it in.
We have the Japanese art style, the Japanese original art style.
I just really like it, and that's all I think it's necessary to say about this game. It's super classic, but this art style looks so nice compared to
Love Letter. I think it should be in a board game collection. So it's a fun, very quick, very great game for players.
Yes.
Insider. It's a game with a strange theme, but it's basically 20 questions with a trader.
Yeah.
Amazing game, one of the... I haven't played a lot of the Oink games, but this is like the only one we own. And it's a very good game. A great party game because almost everyone knows 20 questions. So you only have to... Like the kind of scoring thing or the guessing thing is a bit wonky to learn the first time. But you're basically going to say like, okay, I'm going to be the teller or I don't remember the name, but the one that tells what to do. Narrator. It's not called that, but it's, but yeah. And you just spoke Norwegian, which was kind of putting me off. I don't know what happened there. That was kind of weird, and it made my brain stop.
Yeah.
So, what is the next game?
I don't know. Is it Port Royal?
It is Port Royal. We have a picture here, which you probably would, I guess. We don't remember all of this, and it was kind of
Port Royal.
Port Royal. Yeah, I like it. I know you don't like it too much, but it's a very lucky game. I know, but it's a push your luck game. We don't have a lot of the push your luck games, and I think this is a very fun push your luck game. We're trying to build up a crew of pirates and get victory points.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's all you have to say about that one. So it probably wouldn't be here. It was only for you.
Yep.
Then we have Walking in Burano, which is a very cool game.
This blew me away the first time we played it. I didn't expect it to be so much fun. Yeah. It's kind of hard.
Okay.
It's difficult. It's difficult to play. I'm looking for words in my mind.
So you are building houses, and you do it by drafting, where you have to draft from the top or the bottom, and you there is houses put out in the drafting pile, and you have to buy like you cannot buy the middle piece if you don't buy the roof or the
so difficult.
lower piece, and you have to
really
pay
puzzling.
coins for it, and it's hard to get more coins, so it's hard to get the coins you need to actually buy them. It's a very cool game, and then you have like the thing I like a lot, the build your own scoring, and you also compete for those scoring goals. Like if you take that scoring, I probably won't get it. I mean, that is a really, really interesting thing. So
I really like the drafting thing, because you really have to like decide, oh, I want to get this roof, but with this middle, and you're just like, oh, I can't get the things that I want. How do I decide? And then you have the scorings that you have to think of in addition to that. So super clever game. I really enjoy it.
Would like to play it again.
Yep.
Next we have Dale of Merchants. We only played this once. Remember, it was fun, but I don't remember a lot about it.
Yeah, I don't remember a lot about it, but it's like you're trying to get to a specific number.
Of something.
Yeah, of something.
I remember that as well.
It was fun.
It was fun.
I really want to play it again.
Next up we have Blood of an Englishman. Have you played this yet?
Nope, haven't played it.
Who did I play it with after I bought it now? Haven't you played it?
Don't ask me, I haven't played it.
It's a very cool game. It's a back and forth game.
I don't remember anything.
One player is Jack, not the Beanstalk. You're not one player is not the Beanstalk, but it is based on Jack and the Beanstalk. So one is Jack, one is the giant, and you are trying to manipulate cards to get treasures. The giant is trying to. You haven't?
Nope.
Oh, we should play it. It's really good. It's actually a very good two-player game. Very fun, very different. You manipulate this. Jack. It's an asymmetric game, so you have different actions, and
cool.
the giant is trying to say fee fa fum, and like have that in a row, or do like other things, and the Jack is trying to get the treasure basically and run away. So it's a very, very fun game, very tense, very back and forth. I really like it.
Cool.
We should play it.
Yeah.
Then we have Hex Roller, which is an okay dice, like another roll and write. I think this was good. I played it a bit on the app, which is also okay.
I don't remember this one, so it hasn't made an impression.
No, I would probably never play it real life again, but the app is fun because these roll and write games on app is really great because you can just play them pretty quick and it takes less time. So I don't know. I'm probably not going to keep it.
Yes.
Which isn't the point of the video.
Yeah.
Next we have
Rhino Hero.
One of the best kids games in the world. Great for kids, great for adults, great for everyone. In a small box.
Is this an advertisement?
It is now because
kids,
this is an amazing game. This is super fun dexterity game. So simple, so much fun. You're trying to build a big house of like a tall building. A very, very fun game.
Yeah, I agree. Works great with kids.
And with adults.
Yeah, it's fun.
With people who like fun. It's very, very fun. Next up is a game you still haven't played, right?
I haven't still, not played it.
Okay, so we just, after we film this video, we're just going to go downstairs and get out these games. Because Arboretum is a super good game. It's very...
We just said it every time we talked about it. You haven't played this?
Oh yeah, but it's very good. I just feel like you should have played it. It is one of the... I remember the first time I heard about it, like one of the first time was when Heavy Cardboard did like top 6 thinky fillers. And this is a great small game which is still very thinky. It's kind of mean, it can be mean, but it is a very interesting. You build your arboretum of trees. You try to build like rows of trees, and it's very cool. I really love it, and I need to play it again. If you haven't played it and you're looking for more of a thinky, great at 2 players, great at 3 players, great little game, then you should get Arboretum.
Yeah.
And there is like a super deluxe edition. I don't know if you can get it anymore, but there is like a super deluxe edition which is bigger and it's really expensive, and all the cards are foil. Oh. You know, like I don't like it anyway, but you know, like the foil you get from the Pokemon cards or Magic cards.
Yeah.
Every card is like that.
Shiny
cards, but it's called foil. I know you call it shiny, but
yeah,
it's called a foil card.
So next up we have the Consulate of Burgundy card game or dice game. I can't see the difference.
And then we have the other one. Both of these games are really bad.
Yeah,
the dice game is okay. The card game was decent solo. I actually played it solo, and it was pretty okay solo because it's one of those games that I could just put up my Mac and watch a TV show and then just sit and do some puzzles with it. So I liked it solo, but would never play it again with more players. I don't know why we have these games.
Nope.
It's probably because I don't like selling stuff in puzzle games.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And then we're going on to a suite of Freedom and Freezer games.
Yeah.
First one is
Fast Forward.
Friday. No, it's not. First one is Friday, which is a solo game.
That is a solo game.
And it's actually a really fun solo game, one of the best solo games, really, really hard. But I have enjoyed it a few times I played it, because the solo games that I liked, a few times I played solo games, mostly the 4 years we didn't live together, and then I like these kind of solo games which are more like a solitaire, where you have some cards and you do stuff, not you have to set up a big like freeze roll in. I played that solo once, had no fun at all, but this is a really great solo game.
Yeah.
And then we have one of the first 3 fast forward games, and the first one is
Flee.
Which we only have played
Flow.
once.
No, I'm just kidding. Flee. It was clever. It's the Alice in Wonderland theme game. You have to like. Oh, this was hard. I remember.
Yes.
You have to play.
It's a co-op
card. Yeah, it's a co-op game. So you have to play cards in a specific order to. I don't remember exactly.
I don't remember.
It was clever.
This was the one I liked the
and hard,
least.
really hard.
Of the fast forward games so far, because it is a bit longer and it didn't give me a lot, and also it's a co-op game and I don't usually like those.
Yeah. Fortune.
Yeah, actually, because you might be shocked to see this many Freedom of Freezer games on our shelf, because we have talked quite a bit about games we don't like so much from him. But I have liked some of his smaller games more than his bigger games the last few years. And Fortune, you didn't play this?
Nope.
Because we played it like in an evening in Essen in 2018. I think this is really fun. It's a kind of a mathy game where you have slot machines. The thing about these fast forward games is that they change. So like every game, something happen and you draw cards and a new rule appear or something appear, and it's a really fun game.
A slot machine?
Slot machine, yeah.
Yeah, because I heard sloth machine.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just like, wait, what?
It's not a sloth machine. So
No.
Next we have Fortress.
Yeah, I don't remember this.
You don't?
Nope.
When we took pictures of it, you was like, oh, this was fun. So I thought you remembered it.
No, I thought Fear was fun.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't remember Fortress.
Okay. Fortress is another fun one. I don't remember too much about it. I have played it actually twice. We played it once, I think just the two of us, and I played it all of it again with my parents, and they really enjoyed it. So
Cool.
That was really fun. I can say the same about Fear.
Yeah, Fear was really cool. It was the first of them I played, and I thought it was really cool. The only negative thing about these fast-forward games is when you have question about rules.
There's nowhere to ask them.
Yep. But other than that, the concept is great, and I think the games that I have played is great.
Next we have Finished, which is a solo game that's not so fun. I don't know why it's there. Probably because we have room for it.
Kind of the collection. Of
Yeah, it's a decent one. Times I've played it, but not something I would ever play again.
Haven't played it.
And then we have Quadropolis, the expansion for Quadropolis.
Yes.
Because Quadropolis is an amazing game, and it has a too good insert, which means there's no room in the insert for this expansion, which makes it horrible, and that makes me sad and angry.
The expansion was fun.
We haven't played with it.
We haven't. Oh
We
yeah.
never played the expansion.
Yeah, I just I thought because Quadropolis has like an easy mode and a more difficult mode, and I thought the difficult
That was the expansion.
mode was the expansion.
We have not played with this yet, so
Yes.
we probably should the next time we play this.
Yep.
Don't know when that's gonna be, but yeah.
Next up is Jaipur. This is the old version. Has it already gotten a reprint?
Yeah, there's a new reprint with some new art and stuff. So
Yeah, this is a fun two-player game.
Yeah.
With like a set collection of these. No, it's not a set collection.
it's basically kind of set collection, but you try to get like as many as you can of a color, and then you sell them.
Yeah.
But you try to do it before the other players sell them, because the value will go down if more is sold. And so it's a very fun game. I've actually played the app a little bit like recently, and it's a cool campaign mode there, which I really like.
Cool.
So it's a very fun game.
Nice.
Next up is Shadows in Kyoto. This is a game that you sadly haven't played because we have a copy that doesn't work.
I want to
because
play.
there is something
I've heard
wrong.
so many good things about it.
It is a very, very nice game. I really like it. Like a hidden information, hidden movement, not hidden movement, but a hidden information movement game. I really want to play it more. Probably should go out and get another copy because it's a very good game.
Yeah.
And next up we have Hanami Koji, because Shadow in Kyoto is basically like the second version, no, not the second version, but like in the series of that kind of game. Hanami Koji really surprised me.
Yeah, it was surprisingly fun.
Very, very good game. I heard so much good stuff about it, and we played. It was like, I read the rules. I was like, oh, is that it? And we played. It was like, this is good.
Yeah, it seems so simple because it has so few rules and so little you like do in the actual game. You just like, play one card, play two, hide one card.
Yeah.
And when we're done with the first round, I'm just like, oh, there's actually decisions.
And the depth,
and
yeah.
oh, I could have done this much more differently. And when we play, you're better than me in this game. But this was really fun.
It's good for me to be better at you than in some games.
Yeah.
Next is Tokyo Highway. This is the older, like this is still the second edition. This is the 2-player version. We have gotten the 4-player version now.
I haven't played this yet.
You haven't?
Nope.
Okay, so we need to play this. This is very much fun. It's a game where you build roads for cars with tweezers and kind of the thing that you get lollipops.
I've seen pictures.
So it's a very nice game.
Nice.
And then we have Storerooms Frontier, I think is the name of this one. I like Storerooms when we got it.
Yeah,
and this is very good. This has some bosses that you can do in co-op, but I haven't played that. But I played with some of like the different starter decks that you can get the other starter decks than the first ones. Have you played with this?
No, I just played the original.
The original?
Yeah.
But this is a very good addition for it. I think Storerooms is a good game. I think this is even better.
Yeah, cool.
And last for this video, this has been a long one because there's been 60 games.
I'm so glad we didn't decide to do all of the games.
And probably most people haven't seen the whole thing, but I hope you have been enjoying it, those of you who are still here. The last one is Import-Export.
Or Export-Import?
It is called Import-Export.
Yeah,
when we got this, all the cards were misprinted. But I really want to play it, so we played with them. But we have gotten...
I don't remember this.
You don't remember?
I don't remember it being misprinted.
It was very misprinted, so it was hard to see anything, so it made it kind of harder to play the game. And this, you didn't like this so much the one time we played it.
No.
But I think you might like it more now. I don't know, but and maybe it will be easier to play when you can actually see what's on the cards.
It just didn't feel that strategic to me. It felt like it wasn't that meaningful, the things that I did. So I think that was the reason I didn't enjoy it as much.
I don't remember. It's been quite a few years since we played it, so I think we should give it another chance.
Yes.
Sometime. I don't know when. So that's it.
We're in this elder's home or something.
Something like that. So that's the end of another video.
Yeah.
So we have gone through, like this was around 60 games, so we have gone through around 100
of
the 600 games that we own. So this is going to be a long ride, people. I hope you enjoy it. And anything you want to add? Yeah,
we had quite a few words to say about these games.
Small games doesn't mean small words. That's the like thing
but
you can take away from this.
It's nice to go through them and just remember, that is a game that exists and we own and we paid for.
Some of them we have paid for. Yeah. So that's the end of another video.
Yep.
Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Senwa.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye bye.